Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. In today's video, we're going to be exploring the topic of what is hidden from you. This could be anything in life, things that you're not seeing, patterns that you're displaying, anything at all. So we're going to leave it open-ended. We have 3 crystals to choose from, or 3 stones to choose from. This first one, I'll just bring it a little closer so you can see. I don't know quite what it is. It's almost like sard in the way it's got the red in there. These have all been found in Western Australia. Crystal 2 or stone 2 is a black one. And crystal 3 or stone 3 has got some quartz in it. Or maybe some mica. It's a bit shiny. So you can go ahead and make your selection based on the stone or the number, and I will see you at your reading. Crystal 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up the stone so I can channel through it. Okay, I feel that you're hiding feelings from yourself. You may have had a really difficult time at about 5 years or longer ago, where you went through quite an emotional time and you have hidden some of these feelings from yourself. It's stored in your body and it's just aching to get out. Now, you may find that these feelings have blocked you from other things in life, and you may have had quite a traumatic time and had to suppress some of those feelings because that was what you needed at the time. And now it's time to let them come up and come out. Often when we store things in our body, even emotional things, they can interfere with our organs and our body processes. So if you have any type of physical problem, it's always good to explore what's the emotional reasoning behind this, and then try and work on releasing it. I feel for you, this is something that really wants to come out of your body. It's been bubbling away under the surface and it's almost like it's ready to erupt. So sometimes the types of things that can come with eruptions are like pimples, for example. That's a sign of eruption. So think of any ailments that you might have and try and associate it with eruption. Usually it's something poking out, isn't it? After a while, it's a bit like when someone has an infection and then it erupts with almost like lava spewing out of it, a wound or an abscess or something. So have a think about what happened 5 or so years ago. For most of you, it will just pop in your head, and what this could be. Now, the emotions around it might be a little bit surprising. You may immediately feel anger, but anger often hides a lot of emotional responses or feelings, and underneath it might be desperation or loss or abandonment or uncertainty. It can be anything, but your body has stored it. And you may feel like you might have worked on some of this and released some of it, but it's almost like there's a little seed or a little nugget there that is still embedded and it just wants to come out. And Spirit is just reminding me of a story that my dad has, that he was in a car accident when he was in his early 20s. He might have only just been 20. And back in the 60s, the cars didn't have as much safety features as they do now. His head hit the windscreen. And now he's in his 70s. There's pieces of glass coming out of his forehead and his eyebrows. So do you see what I mean about things sitting under the surface and then coming out? That's what I'm being drawn to here. So if you don't allow these things to come up, they will erupt in some way, and it may erupt in behaviors. So you may be ticking along perfectly fine under a little bit of stress, and then there's more stress and more stress, and then suddenly your words erupt or your behavior erupts and becomes erratic. So all of those responses are a way of releasing, but it's not related to what's going on presently. It's what's happened in the past. So it really wants to come out. And it will actually be easier on you for you to release it in a controlled environment rather than it come out when you least expect it. It could have quite a few consequences if it comes out when you least expect it. I'm seeing like road rage, you know, those things aren't just born from one incident. There are many, many incidences added on top of one another. You know, if this erupts by itself under pressure, it's a bigger eruption than when you slowly release the valve. So if you're not quite sure how to release it, you can just every night when you go to bed, you can just ask for help. Ask your angel team to help you release this or to guide you to someone who can help you release it. You might want to see an energy healer or a psychologist, or do some tapping or acupuncture is what I'm getting here. So any of those things, or it may just come out in your dream state. Just be prepared that you might have quite a few dreams that take you back to a time that you may not want to visit, but it's for your greatest good. All right, group 1, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Group 2, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up the stone so I can channel through it. What is hidden from you? I feel that throughout life you have been protected by quite a lot of things. And this may be people protecting you, or it may be spirit protecting you. So if it's spirit, what I'm getting is that they're actually protecting you from circumstances that can deviate you off your path. You may find yourself in a number of situations where you wanted to do something or achieve something and things kept blocking you. This was spirit protecting you because there were things there that weren't in your highest good and would have really stagnated your energy and perhaps really hampered your life's purpose this lifetime. I feel that those in this group have got quite a big life purpose this time, and you're really being protected from energies and situations that are going to inhibit that. And you did write that into your contract. It's not just spirit stepping in constantly. You may actually have had incidences where you have almost come to a great risk to your body or person. Like I feel things like car accidents that almost happened, or falls or something like that, or you had just been somewhere and then tragedy struck an hour after you left. So those types of situations, you've really been protected from those. And this will continue to happen because you are meant to do what you're meant to do. Now, there may have been some things that have happened to you either because they were karmically contracted to happen, or that your free will got in the way and manifestation got in the way. So you can manifest in both the positive and the negative, and you may have manifested things. So it's not to say that nothing ever negative has happened to you throughout life. It's more to say that there is a lot of things that you have. I'm getting over 50 things that have been stopped from happening to you that may have been considered negative. So I guess you will never know what they are until you cross over to the other side and have a good look at those. But it's really interesting because I'm getting that not only your angel team, but there's another group of beings, or at least one very powerful being, who is walking by your side in this lifetime and very much protective of you. They also protect you from really low energy. I'm getting, for some of you in particular, it's almost like you shine so brightly that a lot of negativity gets pointed towards you because people are jealous, basically, or envious, and they don't feel worthy themselves of shining brightly. So there is a big protective shield that you haven't put in place that protects you from a lot of that energy. Now, you may also be very empathic and you do feel other people's energy, and you do feel burdened by other people's energy, but just know that you've been protected by a lot more. Now, for some of you, this will apply to family and friends. You may have been protected since childhood by people and by the harsh realities of life, by your family or, loved ones, and that they were really doing it to protect you. So it may be that you find out some family secrets as time goes by, if you haven't already, and it's really just that your family wanted to protect you rather than keep you in the dark for malicious reasons. So it's not like, the family had a big trove of gold and they didn't want to share it. It's more like there's this family secret, and it's not in everyone's best interest to know that family secret. Things may have been kept from you as a child, and now as an adult they're coming to light. And just what your angel team want you to know about this is it was never done to hurt you, this secret keeping. It was just done to protect you. So have a look at the reasons why secrets were withheld from you in your family, because it was done with kind-heartedness. That's all I have for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you in my next video. Group 3, I'm going to pick up the stone and channel through it. What is being hidden from you, Group 3, or what has been hidden from you? All right, for this group, I feel that you have a lot of talent that has been hidden from you. You are not yet in receipt of this talent, or it may be brand new and it's just emerging. And you're going to see it soon if you haven't already had an inkling of it coming out. And I'm getting the term eruption. So you may have wanted to choose Group 1 as well, because the term eruption really came out strongly with them. I feel that this talent is still under the surface for a lot of you. And I don't know, I'm looking at this through the camera and I can see this vein, this white vein there, and then all of these areas, and I feel like this is the talent and it just needs to come out. I feel when the energy is right, it will come. So, the term divine timing is not about time as a man-made concept. It's about when the energy is right. So how can you hasten this? For some of you, you can't. But for others, you can remove barriers that are preventing this from coming forward. So the way to do that is to be in balance. And how do we be in balance? We get enough sleep, we eat nutritious food, we get out in the fresh air, we ground ourselves, we cleanse ourselves, and we protect ourselves and our energy. So that's the way that we can remove barriers to help this come in, maybe a little quicker in man's time. It won't be the same for all of you. For some of you, it is written into a cosmic timeline, and other things have to happen first, maybe outside of you, before this talent can come up. I do feel though it's such a strong thing within you, and you won't have to be looking for this talent. You won't have to start singing lessons or drawing lessons or anything like that. It's just one day you might get a little bit of an urge to do something, and this urge will get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then you'll have your raw talent. Now, of course, just like this stone and other stones, they will come out of the earth rough and not polished. You will have to practice to polish the talent, but you honestly will be so excited about it that you won't think of it as practice. You will think of it as such a joy. It'll be like your divine right to express this talent in the world, and it'll be a very strong urge. Now, for some of you, you may want to dampen down this urge because of societal expectations or family expectations, and it may be that this talent is so big that you might actually change careers or change a field of study so that you can incorporate this talent into your life. I'm feeling that some of you may be challenged by this talent coming up, and even though it is such a big urge in you, your belief system and your societal position may want you to push it aside. And what I'm hearing is you will never feel satisfied in life if you push this talent aside. I feel for a few of you, this may be a talent that's never been seen on earth before, or it may have been seen in ancient cultures, but not in recent times, like not in the last couple of centuries or even the last 1,000 years, 2,000 years. So it's very important to trust what you're getting, to follow the urges. For some of you, it might have been something you've dabbled in the past and it never went anywhere. So let's just say that you liked to play the piano as a kid and you never took it anywhere, and suddenly you get the urge to play the piano again. That's the type of thing that I'm talking about here. So revisit things if you have to. Just because they didn't work out the first time doesn't mean that they won't work out in future. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Group 3. Thanks for watching me, and I will see you in my next video.